How's the value? It's like perfect temperature up here. Go live. Still the green room.
Hey. What it do? What it do? What's up, fams?
What's up?
Drop some hearts in the comments, hearts, flames, whatever emoji. Drop something in the comments so we can know you're here, because we out here. And it just sent our special guest a link. We got Jerry Phillips, Jerry Bedor Phillips. He's going to be joining us tonight. Yes, he is an artist and you can say business owner. He has a website, jerryfish.net. Make sure you check it out. And if you don't know and you're just finding out, like I found out, put two and two together after picking up with him and the other artists that are putting together the graduate giveaway, that he's the one that did the book cover for Tabol for In Between Seasons, the special edition where it came in this beautifully bounded book with this the packaging and everything from start to finish. It was beautiful, and the content of the book is beautiful as well. So make sure you go follow In Between Seasons. Hey, what's up? What's up, Lay? Hey, that's my homie, my day one homie, Arsons. I love you, regardless. Feel me?
There you go.
Yes, In Between Seasons.
So you did this.
He did the special edition. If you want to check it out, go to jerryfish.net. And yeah, he said you can email him if you're interested in getting some work done. He is a thriving artist, y'all. So make sure you check him out.
Tap the book.
Yep. Shout out to
Everybody.
Shout out to Isaac. Shout out to Lamau. Shout out to Cats Algaril. Yeah, what's up, fams? If you're here, whether you're tuning in from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, drop some emojis in the comments, y'all. This is the green room, and you already know we get in 10 minutes before 10. And yeah, you know, this moment where we just kind of relax and unwind and get ready to welcome our special guest. You can also follow him on Instagram, Jerryfish103, Jerryfish103. And you know what? I'm gonna post it in the comments right here.
Yeah, so feel free to follow, check out his work, and support. He got some dope work too, so you know what I'm saying. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. We got Just Go By Oz on the soundboard. Make sure you follow him on IG for all the behind the scenes footage, yo.
Don't panic, it's organic. And make sure you cop that tea though.
Yeah.
680movement.com. Shout out to everybody.
Oh, my bad. It looks like I'm like bunless, huh? Balled up top. There you
She
go.
gotta sit on the couch.
That's my messy bun. No, I have to be able to. I'm also doing the tech up here. What's up, Toe? So what's good, folks? Let's get it. Yeah. That's the homie right there. Make sure you check out Journey. My EP's out, y'all. It's called Dreams. Go check it out. Let me know how you feel about it. You know, which one you like and which one you relate to, you know? What's up, Melinda? What's up, Leah? Yeah. Got Mel in the house.
Hawaii.
And Jerry, if you're tuned in, we sent you a. Oh, there he go. Bring him into the green room. Hey! What's up?
Not too much.
Hey man, we got some fams up in here. You see anybody that you're related to? Shout out. Oh, East said, burn one down, folks.
Hey. God's to bless the same.
Yep. And we got Melia, we got Toke. Hey guys, if you're tuning in, all 28 of y'all. Oh, I put your ID up here. Do you have any other social media contacts that they can follow you at?
I got the Instagram at jerryfish103. Facebook, it's Jerry Peely at Jerry Peely. And those are the only two that I use, really.
Okay. Instagram and Facebook.
Yep.
Yes. Hey, shout out to Ongel. He was on our show last Thursday.
Yeah.
Creatives, there definitely should be a Palawan Fest here on the mainland USA. Yeah.
I agree.
We're all gonna
I
put it
agree.
together, all this network. Ooh.
Yes.
It's gonna happen. You done spoke into existence.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah, man, there's so many of us. I'm so excited because I feel like, definitely in spite of everything that's happened in the past year, it definitely pushed us to the next level, Anybody who was thinking about doing something, got up, started doing something. Anybody who's already doing it is just motivated to take it to the next level, because you can't get too comfortable. The world is ever changing,
exactly.
Right? We gotta stay ahead of the curve.
Put them all in one basket. You gotta
stay ahead of the curve.
Spread out.
Yep.
Find some new ways to make it happen.
Right. Hey, shout out to
OG Smoke.
Yeah, OG Smoke. He said, "What's up, 680S? Burn one down, folks." It's illegal in Tennessee.
Soon.
I don't think so, but that doesn't stop you from doing it. One day, I think one day it's probably gonna pass.
Right.
Soon.
Might as well.
No, I see it making its way down south. It's definitely.
Yeah, it's creeping across, right?
The more they see it, the more normal it is. Everybody's out here drinking beer and stuff. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I do know that they lessen the the penalties for having possession of it has been lower tremendously. So it's no longer a high level,
like a misdemeanor.
Yeah, it's nothing serious now. So I'm thinking it's soon it's gonna be pretty legal, I think.
Right.
It's gonna be legal.
About time. It's just the plant too, There's so many different uses, not just the bud, to the hemp leaf itself.
Yeah.
But for real, to the stem too, everything.
Right. I've seen this one. Man, what is that guy? The guy who does the food documentaries around Asia with the red bandana. Shoot, we were just watching it. I forgot his name, but he was in this one place he was in this one place in Vietnam, and that tribe they were outcasted from their own country, so they ended up building their own little town built on the farmlands where it was very it was really harsh land environment, the steppes. And all of their clothing was made out of hemp. They were really thick clothing, straight up dresses with the pants, suit, and the shoes and everything.
Multi-purpose
right?
yeah.
Hey, what's up? We got Double in the house.
Hey!
Tuning in from the NY State. Thank you, man. Staying
All right, so
consistent
if
with
you're
it.
just now tuning in, you make sure to cop that.
Yeah.
Yep.
The cover is made by.
Hey.
Yeah, this was the mess up cover that I did. So
Nice.
Oh,
Hey, that's dope.
definitely gotta do some work.
Can you show us that casing and then also kind of tell us a little bit about that? Oh, hold up. Let's bring it back.
look, bring it back.
Officially start this time.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock on the dot, and you know what time it is, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of TTalks with your girl Keeks.
And before.
Yeah. And tonight's special guest tuning in from Nashville, Tennessee, Jerry Bedor Phillips.
Hey! Awesome,
Hey, we
thank
got
you.
full audience in the house too. Shout out to the audience.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Shout out to all the fans that came through. Whether you're tuning in from Facebook or YouTube, make sure you check him out at JerryFish103 on IG and Jerry Pili Pili on Facebook.
Yep.
All right, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Jerry, and if you want to start off with that, with the book cover for In Between Seasons,
Oh,
you can
yeah.
start with
So,
some backstory.
yeah. So I'm an artist. So I studied and got my bachelor's and master's degrees in printmaking and drawing. So during that time, I also learned a little bookbinding. So when I found Tabal, maybe he can we found each other on Instagram, and he had just published his book. And so I was also posting images of sketchbooks that I was binding here in my studio. And he messaged me and he's like, "Hey, do you want to collaborate? Can you make covers for these books?" I was like, "Sure." So he commissioned a set of covers, custom covers to fit his book. So I think it's like maybe 5 that I did for him.
Nice. Limited edition.
So they don't look like this. The ones he have are a lot clearer and a lot neater. This is just a mess up, a test copy, but it's pretty much the same format.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what well, I wanted to ask you because it's so crazy. I went to school in San Francisco and I took one bookmaking class.
Mhm.
And it is intricate work. It's very fun, but it's intricate work. So I wanted to know what inspired you to pursue the bookmaking, printmaking, and bookmaking.
Oh, that has to go back to when I was a student at Murray State University. I was a printmaking student, so I was learning all these old European ways of making prints, like etching with acid and lithography on stones. And my teacher really got into bookmaking, so she taught workshops, and I kind of just watched and was decided to take one of her workshops one summer, and I've been making books since that summer.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I can show you a couple.
How long?
Yeah, please.
I like
He's
these.
live, tuning in live from the shop, y'all.
Thanks.
Yeah, so I just got done making and binding 7 small little books.
Oh, that's so dope.
It's good size.
Nice.
So yeah. So little palm size, easy to handle. All the pages are blank. So it's really good for notes, sketchbooks. If you're
right.
I told Tabal you should write his songs.
Rhymes. Yeah.
Yeah, write his
I need
songs.
to get me one of yours.
Let me know. I'll make you one.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit the green one that you showed us? Can you tell us a little bit about the style, the stylistic characters like the stitching and the
so the stitch is a Coptic. Yeah. So it's a Coptic bind, so it's like a braid.
Nice.
So it just travels up the spine. It's open
Wow.
flat, so it's an open spine. So the book opens flat, so it's easy to draw in if you're doing like a 2-page spread.
Love it. Yeah. Hey.
Ooh,
It's my favorite bind, so I just do make these all the time.
Sweet. So if we wanted to cop one of your binded for that particular size, how much would you be?
Oh,
How much are
this
you selling them for?
20 bucks.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
so
what's up.
dope. Yeah, man. If
Yeah.
you can go crazy at an Office Depot, support local. Support fellow clown artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is about the same price or even expensive.
Yeah, and it's quality. You know, one of a kind.
It's handmade.
Yeah. And without, if you buy a book from me and it starts to fall apart, like the binding and the thread starts to rip, send it back to me. I'll repair it. Get it back
Oh,
to you.
snap. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the max amount that you can can order?
So far everyone's ordered at least one or two. I had one order of 5, um, but I can probably go more. It just may take a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've done these so many times. Like I can get these knocked out pretty quickly.
Cool. That's dope. So I see you have some blick materials. Sorry, I'm keeping your
Oh.
studio. And,
Yeah.
yeah, I seen the blick and I was like, oh yeah, that he's a for real artist. That's
Yeah.
like a go-to store. That's
Yeah.
Quality.
Dick Blick. I shop at Dick Blick, Plaza Artist Materials, Jerry's Artorama.
nice.
I'm trying to talk
Artorama.
them into getting me a discount because we share the same name, but they're not buying it yet. So
Smart. I like that
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
thing. Can you tell us a little bit about the mixed media piece
Wait,
that
hold
you
on, hold on.
showed us?
Before we go far,
Oh.
before we go far,
Sorry.
introduce yourself and let the
Oh
people
yeah.
know who you are.
Oh yeah, backstory.
Okay.
Backstory.
All right. How far back do you want me to go?
Yeah.
How far back do you want me to go?
You
As far as
know,
you want.
growing up. Let's like growing up. Where'd you grow up, and
Okay.
what is your
All right.
like fondest memory? You know, growing up Islander.
Okay. I am Jerry Bedor Phillips. I was born in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, to Angela Bedor Phillips and Juan Phillips, both Palauan. So I grew up in the States. I did most of my growing up in Kentucky and Tennessee.
Sweet.
So in this area. So I don't speak Palauan, but hearing the language just makes my heart go like this. So it's like the music that you guys release, I'm just like, yes, please, more. So one day I hope to learn so I can actually speak Palawan with
Yeah.
everybody. That's one
Yeah.
of my
The music is the best way to
goals
learn too. It's like it's
before
easier, it's
my
more
time
fun
items.
than
But I'm very excited. Oh,
bear with us.
Um, stay tuned. A little glitch in the connection, but we'll be back. And shout out to Melia. She said, "OG looks dope. It was also neat on like a coffee table, and you just can write cute messages in it for whatever gathering you may have." A little Alzheimer's Stewart and me got excited.
Good idea.
I love it.
Okay.
Yay, we're back.
okay. Sorry, I think my internet just kind of went wonky.
No worries. That's
Yeah.
we had to turn off Wi-Fi on everything else except this.
Yeah.
Make the strongest connection on here.
Right.
Actually,
Hey
I
man,
should do that with my
Nice.
phone. Okay.
I'm gonna always pop if somebody drops a comment. I'm gonna try to pop it up on the screen as we're going along.
Okay.
And I just want to shout out to Melia. She said, "OMG looks dope. It was also neat. It was also neat, like on a coffee table, and your guests can write cute messages in it." Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. I actually sold a couple of books I sold were like wedding registry books for friends' weddings and like memory
Nice.
books. So like just knowing that something I made was part of their day and like recording all their thoughts from their families and friends. I'm like, ugh, I mean, what more can I do other than be proud of that?
Right, and it's custom. It's
Yeah.
something that they're gonna like a an album, you know.
Yeah.
That's
It's like something they can just pass down to their kids. I'm hoping, and just stays in the family and becomes an heirloom, which would be
Right?
fantastic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Generation.
For real.
I'm
Okay,
trying to think
so
of.
picking it up
Yes.
from what you were saying, you grew up mostly in Kentucky and Oklahoma, and
Yeah. Yep. So all my schooling was here in the States. So I was in grade school. I was one of 4 Palauans in the school district. So it was me, my 2 sisters, and our cousin Tule. So it's like, and we all went to the
nice.
same school. So it's like,
All of us.
yeah. But our parents, like, we live right next to the army base. So like, Palauans who enlisted, my parents were always host like barbecues. So we got to get in touch with like the somewhat older crowd of Palauans who we just called them cousins.
Right?
Everyone was a cousin. Everyone's a cousin.
We're all cousins. And
Yeah. So
Like, who's that?
yeah, I did.
Auntie.
Yeah. Like aunties, uncles, and just like everyone was family, and it was great. And then everyone moved, and they moved to the Pacific Northwest. So then it was just me and my sisters and my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah. They moved out west, so we were left over here, and I just went to school knowing that I was going to be the only Islander probably in my class. So
That's crazy.
I feel you
Still
on
unique.
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's
That's
looking back, and
definitely
I'm just like, oh
representative
man,
for
yeah.
us, even if one, you know.
I know. You probably
Yeah,
got
so
a lot of
yeah.
questions.
Oh yeah, they're just like, normally it's like, where are you from? And then I would always have to like follow it up with like, what do you mean, where are my parents from, or do you like, where was I born? And they're just like, oh no, where's your parents from? And I'm like, oh, Palau. And then I have to like give a little spiel
Break it
about the
down.
history
Where's
and
that?
like location. And like I made a lot of friends who just like accepted me as just one of their own. So like, I think that's inherent to being Micronesian and Palau, and like we're very welcoming to others, and
We
Yeah.
are. It's crazy. Because I was like the only clown at my high school in Texas. And yeah, so like I feel you. Like it's pretty I came from the island, so I was like really lost. I was like, damn, nobody looks like me, nobody talks
yeah,
like me.
exactly. It's like
That's
the
crazy.
only people who look like me are my sisters, and I'm like, okay.
Right? No, that's good. Hey, but it's really like for me, it really opened my eyes and my mind up to a lot of stuff that I'm just so used to within, my group of people and my family.
Mhm.
So like, yeah, being the only Palawan in a big school or something, that will really change your
Step out of your shell. Like,
yeah,
Yeah, I had to
outside
really
comfort zone.
figure out how I, like, as a person, I fit in with these kids
Yeah.
in Kentucky. I'm like, where do I find common ground? So I was constantly looking for things that were like, we had similar interests, so I would always highlight that as a priority in our friendships. And then once they got to know me, then I started to let them know, like, hey, you should come over and eat my mom's food, because I promise you, it's not going to be what you get in Kentucky.
Right.
And they'd come over. My mom would cook food, and they would eat so much. And I'm just like, y'all, you just
yeah.
be my
Food is
friend,
always
and
there, like, oh,
we
man,
will
we better
feed
come back.
you.
yeah.
So fried wontons. That was our thing. Every party I went to, I brought fried wontons that my mom made, and they're just like, yes.
Right, that's your in. For sure.
We have Adelia. She's asking, do you ship to Palau?
I do. I've shipped to Guam, so I'm sure I can ship to
sweet.
Palau.
Yay, that's what's up,
Yeah.
guys. Are you tuning in? If you're tuning in from Palau or somewhere in the States or worldwide, reach out. And how can they reach out to you, by the way, if they wanted to place an order or get some custom work done?
Yeah, I do. I've gotten orders DM through Instagram, DMs through Facebook. Also, my email is jerrybphillips@gmail.com, and that links on my website, which is just jerryfish.net on the contact page.
Alrighty, sure. Check out his website, jerryfish.net, y'all. I thought that was really cool. Did you purposely do .net because fishnet?
No, that was the only domain that was available at the time.
What? That's
My
crazy.
brother-in-law got it for me.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was intentional. So I was like, oh, that's so cool. But
I think he was like,
still,
do you want a .org
that's
or do you
dope.
want to? He's like, .com's got taken, but do you want like a .net or a .org? And I'm like, oh, just .net, whatever.
Yeah, no, honestly, it was like really easy for me to remember because just that fish, fish net, literally the means for food and one of the
I think
island things.
you're like
I
the
was like,
first
oh.
person to make that connection.
Yeah, that's dope. Jerryfish.net, guys. Make sure you go
Yeah.
check out his work. If you're interested, shoot him an email because we want to support local artists. So you do bookbinding, and you said you also do mixed media. You have a way of doing
Yeah, so my background's in printmaking and drawing, but I dabble in collage and mixed media. So I've got this piece behind me. Let me just bring the volume up. There you go.
So can you tell us a little bit about this piece?
Yeah, so this is just a portrait that I found in a book that my grandmother gave me, or when she died, I inherited from her. And this is one of the portraits and the photographs that this photographer took in Palau. So I don't know who this particular grandma is, but I love that photograph of her. So I drew her in the series that's on my website, Pacific Portraits. It's like an ongoing just portraits of Palau, like not Palauan, but Pacific Islander women.
Mm-hmm.
So she was the only Palauan in my series so far. So I decided to make her big and really just elaborate.
Yeah, that's dope. That's clean. It's like you see the moon and you're like, oh yeah, that's an Islander Maas. But when you're focusing on the ball, you're like, oh, that's Palawan Maas right there.
Yeah.
Palawan.
So this is just a hand drawing, digital drawing scans, printed out large, drawing back into it, and then collage work with paper cuts. So these are like all separate layers that are cut paper on top of a background.
That's really good in the studio. It really brings like a creative energy.
There's so many levels. Yeah, there's so many levels and layers. Like I love the shading and how you really captured time with the facial features.
Yeah, there's something about her eyes. I'm just like, she's just staring at me.
I know.
And for a while, I thought it was like intimidating because I thought it was like she's like, you need to know more about Yeah, I was just like, you need to be doing more. Like
things. Yeah.
Get up and do something. So I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna try you.
Right. What are you doing for it?
So what do you call this?
That's a
what is your piece? What is the piece called?
I just titled it the caption of the photograph, so it's just like a high-ranking woman in Koror.
Okay. Hey guys, if you guys recognize the woman in the portrait, okay, high-ranking woman from Koror. If you recognize her, shout us out. Shout out Jerryfish103. Drop it in the comments or DM him on IG. Let's put a name to the face.
Yeah, I would love to know who she is.
That's clean.
That is dope.
I know, because grandkids, when they see that, they're gonna be like, "Oh man, we need to get that."
That's I mean, if we find out who she is and her family wants it, I will send it to them because that's her image, and I would rather they keep her image within the family.
That's dope. That is dope.
I love into that work too.
We're gonna have to DM you on the side to get the commission work too.
I know.
That's that's awesome keepsake. Like, I love it. Oh, I did want to point out, Ongel dropped a comment. He said the Palawan American experience having to explain where you're from every single time. We are a force to be reckoned with. Coming in like a wave.
Yes.
And
we're working together, so it's even better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
For real.
That's for real. It's crazy because we think about how we're from such a small island, and even if born and raised this on this side, just thinking about our parents who were born and raised in Palau or raised in Guam or Saipan, the neighboring Micronesian islands, then moving to the mainland and then figuring it out when there wasn't that much technology, you know?
No,
Like that's
it's
one of those
crazy.
things my dad always says is like, you know, when I first got to America, I had to, you know, figure out my own way to get on a bus.
Yeah,
And
that's
here we
my. I
got Uber,
just
we got Lyft, you know.
I was just talking to my dad about that, and he's just like, like when I first came over, like like I joined the army and I had to like speak English and then take the citizenship test, and I'm just like,
Mm,
that's a lot going on just in those two things. He's like, but
right.
also like I had to support a family, and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
man,
That's crazy.
Right. On top of sending money home and help out
yeah,
programs.
I just gotta keep that in mind as I go through my life because I'm like
Right?
everything I have is pretty much because my parents made it possible
Mhm.
for me to have it.
Sacrificed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel the same. It's like we gotta level up. Like
Mm-hmm.
That's
whatever the
right. That's right.
accomplishments, we gotta max out our generation, our time period where we have all these
Oh, for real.
resources, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's no excuse. That's why
Exactly. Exactly.
there's no, because I was telling B folk the other day, I was like, I was washing dishes thinking to myself, like, I'm over here tired, but my mom had two kids by this time, like this age, and just washing dishes and doing the work and, you know, doing all of the, it's a lot. So, hey, shout out to all our parents, people who were
Yeah.
brought us into this world. And even if, you know, they didn't birth us, maybe they've been raising us. Shout out to those people too, because it takes a village
Mhm.
for sure, for sure. So shout out to all
Exactly.
the fams
Hmm.
out there, wherever you are. Hey, shout out to Aberdeen Yamada. What's up?
Hi.
Um, so tell us a little bit about um your favorite what you love most about bookmaking and design and printmaking.
So
Like what gets you going and motivates you to do it
Keeps you
consistently so
fueled
that
up.
you can, you know, reap the benefits and live fully in your passion, which is being an artist.
I think for printmaking, I got into printmaking because I was really process oriented in school. Like if it had a step by step, I followed it step by step, and getting the results based on that was really fulfilling for me. But
Mm-hmm.
I really as I took more advanced courses, I started getting involved with the printmaking community, and it
Mm-hmm.
was very similar to how I felt as a child when my parents had these big barbecues and all the young Palauans from the military base would come over and would just hang out. Like there's this sense of like understanding amongst us in printmaking that I gravitated to because I think I was missing that after everyone moved out west. I was like, there's like this community just seemed gone for a while, and it was just me and my parents and my sisters and and our cousin who lived next door. Uh, so it's like printmaking ended up fulfilling that hole that I felt.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Because
It's
there's like
important to
conferences,
see.
yeah, yeah. They always the printmakers have conferences, and like it's very academic. You go and you learn new techniques, and you learn theory, and you learn like what people are doing in their studios. But after 5 o'clock, everyone goes and hangs out and has dinner together. Obviously there's a lot of drinking, but during that time, like that's where great conversations and bonding happen. So it's like
Great ideas.
yeah, it's fantastic. Like a lot of ideas get exchanged during those sessions at the bar. A lot of collaborations come out of it. You know,
Nice.
like I don't drink, but I was there, so I was the sober one, so I pretty much remembered everything that was spoken.
Someone else
Let's do
did.
it.
So yeah,
All the good stuff.
so like I remember I remember the collaborations. Yeah,
They're
there's
open
sessions
now,
about
so
this.
they're
Yeah,
sharing all the information.
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
I always believe like why can't we come together and if we're gonna drink make it be productive, you know, instead of getting
Yeah,
crazy. You know, why can't we come and talk about real goals? Because like, all I've seen in movies is like, oh, you know, people on Wall Street in business suits and they're talking about moving money, and you know we're over here like,
right, right, right.
who cares? You know.
And I think that's pretty not the Wall Street analogy, but like the just having a drink and sitting down and talking to people. That's pretty common amongst artists.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
You'll
I
mellow
think
out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Vibe out.
I think it just sets a really like mellow mood for
Mm-hmm.
conversation and opens it up for more conversation. Um,
True. That's why,
Even
that's
if
why I like weed, because then you can still go on throughout your day and not get drunk. I can still mellow
like
out
you're
and
just chill, right?
it's
Yeah,
like
you're
all
just chill.
day
You're like,
productive.
everything's good, right? You're just
Yeah,
moving forward.
I can't handle the alcohol. I'm gonna pass it down. I'm gonna go
Right.
sleep.
Yeah.
um, sorry, my notes went. Oh, I'm trying to
It's
stay
all
on
good.
topic over here. So out of the mediums,
Mhm.
which one would you say is your most favorite? Like any day, like some you'll just go and make stuff even just to make stuff.
Uh, drawing,
Drawing for sure.
like any kind of drawing, pencil, color pencil, graphite pencil. Um, for a while I was doing like these little family portraits based off family photographs out of ink on plastic, like this plastic
Mhm.
paper. Um, but yeah,
Nice.
drawing's always been like my base. Like I always return to it. Like I take breaks from bookmaking, I take breaks from printmaking. I'm currently on like a 9-year break from printmaking.
No.
But but drawing's something that I've been doing like
That's your
pretty much like,
main.
yeah, it's the one that keeps me going, keeps my hands moving. So I feel like I'm being productive even if I don't know what I'm
Mhm.
doing.
And you're stimulating the brain to
Yeah, just
push
making
out more
sure
ideas.
exactly like
Yeah.
wading through the fog of creativity to get to the clarity.
There you go. Ooh.
Yeah.
Say that one more time.
Wading through the fog of creativity to get to the clarity. So just keep my hands
Yes.
moving, like just yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta get work through it.
Okay.
Work
Yep,
through it.
yeah.
That's like writer's block too. Huh? You just gotta work through it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I know. I hate
Yeah.
those speed bumps. I'll be like, oh man, I was on the road.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, what's your favorite piece of work so far?
Um
That one.
No, because there's so
For
much
itself.
mystery.
I know.
I want to
yeah,
know now.
she's somebody. I just gotta find out who she is. I mean, because when I started the whole series of portraits of those Pacific women, I didn't know who they were, but I was starting to just be comfortable drawing the face and portraits of people. Because I'm not the best figure drawer. People aren't my expertise. Um, but there's just something about them that I was like, okay, like this is moving me into a direction that I need to follow and just go with.
Better,
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, and it's pretty
It's
much led to
massive.
where I am now. Yeah.
That's dope. Okay. Duly noted. Um, so what are your like to open up your artist bag? What are your you always like your go-to tools? What do you have with you?
All right, so I always have this red box of color pencils, and
Nice.
I use specifically the Prismacolor color erase. It's like the Prismacolor erasable color pencils.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, I like them a lot
Is
because I think the colors are really rich. They erase really easily, and they're like somewhere between the hard and the soft graphite pencil, so I can get a lot of variation in tone with them.
nice. Depending on the angle and the
Yeah,
pressure.
and like how much pressure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That is
That's
dope.
yeah, that's
I need
good
to
to
check
know.
them out. I love the Prismacolor back when I was in school too. But we did a lot of shading work. Just
Yeah.
like using the markers, different
Mhm.
shades of gray to do shading and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, those
yeah.
I
Perfect.
haven't I haven't
I
I
was like,
found them and I
yes,
haven't gone
sir.
back to something else.
No, I need to erase sir, because
Yeah. Yeah, I make a lot of mistakes. I need to erase. Yeah.
So do you have any specials or anything that we should check out on your website? Is there any copies of the piece that you had that you've shown us? Is there any copies that we can purchase as far as smaller prints?
Yeah, I haven't really like I guess really thought about digital, like actual printouts of my work. I've got high res like scans of them. Like I can make really nice prints, but no one's ever really asked about that before.
Okay.
I'm open to it, so like I'm more than happy to
Hey, all
get a nice
right.
print and send those out. It's obviously a lot cheaper than the original and more affordable. No, we'll say more affordable,
Yeah,
More
not
more
cheaper.
affordable.
affordable.
Like I
You
don't
don't
want to
want to
debase
overpay.
myself. Yeah,
It's good work.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome, man.
For
All right,
sure.
guys. Jerryfish.net. Make sure you check them out. So where are you at right now? Tell us a little bit about the space that you brought us into.
Yeah, I'll just do a little quick cam switch and we can do a
Tour.
360
Ooh.
tour of my space. Let's see, allow. All right. All right, so this is just my studio.
Hey.
There's my TV where there's my laptop. There's my TV. I watch movies or TV shows while I work quite a bit.
Nice.
Um,
Some background noise.
that's yeah. So that's my drawing table or watercolor table. So right now I'm working in a sketchbook with some watercolor and some gouache. And then if you just go around, there's my box of bookmaking materials. So book cloths and decorative paper and fancy paper. Some of my more mixed media pieces on the wall. Those are a little more abstract, like family portrait sort of things.
Okay.
And then another table. That's where I photograph all of my books that are on the website. So
Okay.
just
For
little
for
peekings.
the social media and website content.
Yeah. So like if you see all of the books that I make, you'll see pictures of like a white background with my hands holding them. Nothing fancy. It's just white paper pinned to a wall.
That's good. Yo,
That's the
Yeah.
trick of the
photo booth.
trade.
Yeah. And then that's just my storage area. That's like a third of my
Hey.
studio storage. Yeah. So gotta have the flag.
Hey, yeah, always
Yeah.
happen.
Yep.
I'm gonna pull up your website real quick so I can give them a little preview.
Go and drop it there.
Yes, and BFocus is gonna drop the link to his website over there. You can check it out. Oh, where am I? Oh,
Yeah. So
got it.
my menu looks really long. It's just broken up into mediums, so it's easier to see groups of like paintings and watercolor together.
Yeah, no, there's a drawings, Pacific portraits, remote islands. Yeah, and that's under the drawing. Mixed media, we got water media, three-dimensional work. Oh, three-dimensional work.
Yeah. So a couple summers ago, I was actually like making some sculptural installations
Okay,
using like folded paper boat origami form thing. So
nice.
yeah. So
What were you making that for?
I just moved to Nashville, and my thesis work before I moved here for my master's was basically using the paperwork form as my subject matter. So like my mom taught me how to fold it, so it became like the image of my show, like, and because the show was about her. So I moved to Nashville and I started folding like 1,000 of them, and then I just decided I'd made 1,000. I should probably make something with them. So I started making these like crazy, like propped up floor things where it kind of looked to me, it looked like a sort of like a coral reef, paper boats.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's all on the website, so you can. And there's like a video.
I'm like, what?
That's sick.
Oh yeah, and those are laser etchings of drawings on plexiglass. So
Laser
yeah,
etchings. That's an
yeah. So we have
outrigger.
yes, I think that's the Hawaiian canoe, right?
Oh yeah.
So those pieces there's four of those, and those are just images that I just drew based on like I guess the title of the series is called Transparent Barriers, and that's just sometimes I have trouble talking to other islanders because I don't know Palauan, so there's like this weird like clear barrier between us, and just like communication sometimes is hard. So basically that's those pieces. Like
Denominators.
yeah.
I love it. That's so dope.
That's where
And
they
this
know
was
you're artist for real.
particular. This was like an installation.
Yeah. So I showed this work in Paducah, Kentucky, which is 2 hours away up in up the highway, the interstate, um, at their art center, and just basically showed the paper boat work and that work and some drawings, and talked about Palau.
That's so dope,
Yeah.
man. What?
So you know, like I'm
finding out after.
I
It's
you know, like, I
crazy.
don't speak the language, and I haven't been to Palau since before kindergarten. Like I think that was the last time I was in Palau,
Right. But
like
still,
back in the
man,
80s.
even just to communicate, where you're from through this, through different mediums of art and
Yeah.
just art in general, like, it's very necessary, because that's kind of
Yeah.
one of the common things we've talked about on the show with other Palauans who are stateside, whether they've been here or, they moved here and been here for a while, was that, wanting to connect,
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we want to express how we, connect to our island home, and whether it's Palau, whether it's other islands in Micronesia, Polynesia. This is
Yeah.
so dope, guys. Look,
Identify.
you gotta go check it out. He's got an array of skill sets in his back pocket. So, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I can already. We need this is for the next music video, so we can showcase it because we want
Just
to
even in
put
the
that
recording
branding,
studio, like
right?
it has
It's so
to be in the
inspirational.
Yeah.
like to me, it gives me inspiration to write more Palauan songs into
Yeah.
create more around our roots.
Guys,
That's
look
right.
at this. I don't know if you can see this. If you can't see it clearly, go to
Yeah.
jerryfish.net. This is an etching, a laser etching. And
Yeah.
that's
So that's just
coral
it's. Yep.
That's it.
That is dope. So you draw this first, and then you do the
Yeah. So that's actually like a circle detail of one of my self portraits it's on the website.
Oh.
So it is coral.
Nice. That is dope.
Yeah.
Did you build the box, or is that?
I did. That was my first time working in a wood shop. Really. So like I'm thankful my coworker at the time, Sophia, she's like, you can do this, and I'm like, I don't know. She's like, no, you can do this, and
Nice.
Yeah, man.
She was my teacher, and she just guided me through it, and I'm just like, all right, I can do this. You're right.
For real, man. I just love it. Even just how it's displayed. It's so, like, is there light in here, or is it color?
Yeah. So the cool thing is, if you etch plexiglass, like there's a lot of companies that do this now, but at the time I just figured this out by etching the glass with the laser and then setting it by a window. Light filters through the side and then
Like a
illuminates. Yeah, and it glows. So light
Refracts.
refracts in your etching, so your drawing just glows.
That's it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you can do like
Insane.
a custom-made one, like if we ask for like our logo, like 680 Book logo.
I can probably figure out how to get that done. Yeah.
Okay. Look at this, guys. Blue spotted ray.
That's dope.
Did I say in the right order? Hold on.
Yes.
Blue spotted ray. Oh my gosh, like so beautiful. How long did it take for you to come up with the design, and how long did you have the installation up there in Kentucky?
Oh, the design was...
Wow, there's representation even out there, guys.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to do my part. You're like, because
you are doing it.
The one thing that I've learned growing up in Kentucky is that like a lot of people here don't know anything about anything past Kentucky or the United States.
Yeah.
And like and I grew up thinking that like maybe I'm not an islander because I grew up here, but like I was completely wrong. I'm an islander, and like I should be proud of that.
Yeah.
Because my parents, they made sure that I knew that I was Palauan growing up. Like there was no confusion on their part. So why is there confusion on mine?
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like making art is why I'm here on Earth, and telling the story of Palau, even if I'm still learning it myself.
Right.
is keeping Palau alive, keeping the history alive, and you know, like I think
The Palawan perspective. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So for years I've been trying to figure out how to put this in words, and then I started following Shah
Hey,
on
shout out to Big
Instagram.
Sis.
Yeah, and she kept using the hashtag Know Your Roots, and I'm like, oh my god, that is exactly what
Yeah.
I've been trying to say this
Hey, she
entire
got me
time.
back to my roots because I left my roots when I moved to Texas, but she got me back to it.
Yeah,
And it made me
Shout out
more
to Sha.
proud.
because like for a while, like if you think of it, like if we were talking about roots, like I was like the plant that was pulled out of the pot, and like I'm dangling, and my roots are just waiting for soil. Shaw put down that soil for me, and now I'm just
That's what's up.
True that.
now I'm going in, and trying to keep our story alive and keep our story going, so people know about it. So like,
And it's very much needed, and it's even more fulfilling to know that other Palauans are out here trying to be the storytellers for
yeah,
our own history, because we've been reading it, through the eyes of other people, and so it kind of puts us in
exactly.
a place, because it's like,
Other
do you
perspectives.
accept it and you claim that, or do you say, wait, no, I'm gonna be the one, to make sure I do due diligence and really like put it out there, because there's so many different colonizers that came through, and
Yeah,
they did their thing,
yes.
and we only know about that. You don't know about them doing that.
I
What were the
just
people doing?
I just
I
did
want to.
I just gave two presentations, one through Indigenous Studies group organized by students at Vanderbilt, where I work, Vanderbilt
Nice.
University. So it's like two students. One of them, they're co-presidents of this new organization on campus, and one's from Tonga, and the other was from Hawaii. And so they found me on Twitter. Like someone posted my work on Twitter, and there's like,
Nice.
oh my god, you work at Vanderbilt. Like, can you end our week-long Indigenous like celebration week with an arts talk? I'm like,
Wow.
sure. So I gave my talk, and it was great. And then I got invited by my coworker in the art department to join an Indigenous Studies seminar, and so she asked me to give a presentation on Micronesia or Palau,
Nice.
or my story. And then after that, I'm just like, okay, yes, like I really like, I'm connecting with people now.
Yeah.
People are starting to be interested in
Mm-hmm.
in things that have happened in the islands. Like
Yeah.
like I brought up the Marshall Islands and the atomic bombs, and
Yeah.
they didn't know. They had no
Oh no,
clue,
that's
like the
the
history back.
Pacific Holocaust. They say.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
They're
then one
they're
of
Happened
wondering
the
why
same
there's so
time.
yeah,
many Micronesians in Hawaii. You know.
right. I'm just like, where were they gonna go? Like they had to go somewhere.
That's good. And that's good that
So
you actually have that down south. Because growing up in Texas, it's like we had no idea about like indigenous. Like I didn't really tap
yeah,
into all of that. It's like when I went to Cali, that's when I start meeting more native people, and then like I'm like, oh wait, what?
yeah,
We're all the same. Like all these indigenous people, like we're all in a way the same, like culture wise and tradition and what we
yeah,
believe in.
We all
yeah,
had a history and a life before the colonizers came through, and it's
yeah,
cool because
exactly,
now we don't have to let that past define us. We're
Yeah.
remixing it
Now
to
we can
fit
rewrite it.
exactly. Like we could,
us
Like
living in today's modern
yeah,
day.
we you don't forget what happened. Remember what happened. Know what
like use
happened,
it
and then
motivation. Yeah.
yeah, use it to propel us forward. Like we're moving
Yeah.
forward regardless. Yeah,
Exactly. Like we gotta break those generational curse that been, set upon our people. Now we gotta break it and start breaking down barriers and
exactly.
walls and paving
Yep,
lanes. That's
And so
good.
that we can have that constant reminder, because I feel it also, there are times when you're just so like in the flow of things. And if it wasn't, I feel like if it wasn't for all the stuff we're doing with 680 MVMT, like that's our connection for us.
yeah.
And so doing this together with you, it just
Oh
makes it
my god,
even
this is
better.
so.
I'm so glad we connected. This
Yeah,
is so crazy.
this is
Like,
so great. Yeah, I'm getting
doing
this
this
like
thing
this
out
crazy
there.
feeling. Like I gave this like drawing workshop with some teenagers this past week with the art museum here in town, and
Nice.
So they're asking me questions, and I'm just like, like this is really good for my soul. And they're just like, oh, well, how do you feel about your soul? Like, what? Well, I imagine it as a coral reef, and like for a while I thought that it was getting bleached out because I didn't know the history, and I was really worried that I had a little bit of color in my reef, and I'm like, I need to do something about that. So social media has been great for me because I've been connecting with other Palauans, other islanders, like a lot of Chamorros, creative Chamorros. I'm just like, all right, so now like I feel like my soul is like glowing with color now, and like life is in it, and I'm just like, so I'm just.
It's like empowering to see.
It is.
Like we have
I
people that we can
feel.
support and build with each other. It's so
Yeah,
cool.
I just feel like I'm alive again. Like.
No, that's good. Now your passion has a purpose now. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're motivated to go on
So the next time I talk to my aunties and they just say like, so what are you gonna do? Like, what are you doing? I'm like I have an answer. I'm not gonna say I don't know.
That's exactly
like no, like I know, like I'm.
They used to tell what are you doing with this music? And I'm like, I don't know. It's gonna go somewhere. And hopefully,
like like what are you doing? Yeah, like what are you like? I'm using art to tell Palau story and learn about Palau story and
Right.
It's crazy. I learned a lot of history through art too, like because the truth is not really out there. It's really in the paintings and the drawings, and he's just
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The stories, the written stories, the oral stories, the tabori. It's crazy that we even use the tabori because that's from one of our brothers, which I can't. That's also where I descend from too. So I can, for sure, just thinking about it, it's like, oh, that's something that they flipped it. That generation flipped it, and used it to our advantage. Continuing to tell the stories, even if we couldn't practice and come together in public. They were putting it down.
Exactly.
Shout out to OG Smoke 680. He said, Jerry, I'm gonna add you with this sketch looking profile. Good guy, don't delete, please.
I will not. I will friend you. It's okay.
You got a heads up.
They both, Amelia and OG Smoke said, arts and bars.
Yeah.
Hey. Y'all know what time it is. It's the gang segment. All right. So if y'all was tuned in, thank y'all for sticking with us. And if you haven't heard, go check him out. Jerryfish 103 on IG, Jerry Pili Pili on Facebook, and his website is jerryfish.net. All right. So this is the gang segment. Doesn't matter if you're tuning in from Facebook or YouTube or Twitch. If you know the answer to the question, you can drop it in the comments. Yeah. And this is just the FYI. If you're on the show right now, or you were one of the guests, you're disqualified. All right. we want to, share the wealth. We want to, pass these goodies on. Let the people know that that network and marketing, guys. So here's the question, real quick. If you know the answer, drop the. OG Smoke posted your website. That could have been a question, but we're gonna change it. And one more time, from Tove, he said, like the paintings in the traditional buy, that's where we find our island histories at. Yes, and now we're bringing it to a more tangible form where everybody can have a little piece of that, right? Through art. All right, guys. So the question is, if you were tuned into the show, you're still tuned in now, and you already know the deal. If you don't know the deal, it's all good. I'm going to tell you how it goes right now. I'm going to ask a question based on stuff that we've been talking about with Jerry, based on stuff that he's been sharing with us. And if you know the answer to the question, drop it in the comments. First one to drop it is going to win a prize, and then we'll DM you after your deets, all right? Bifo, are you going to monitor this for me? Let me know who drops it first. All right.
Eyes on it.
Y'all ready? Get your thumbs ready. And you might want to go landscape. I don't know.
Yeah.
However fast, whatever you feel comfortable doing. I'm styling, I'm trying to give you guys time. All right. The question is, what is the name of the mixed media piece that Jerry has shown us? All right.
Ooh. I know it. Can I answer?
No, you're disqualified. Automatic. If you live here, you can. All right, guys. What is the name? Oh, can you give them a preview? Is that cool if you show them one more time? Yes. So this beautiful mixed media piece right here, done by Jerry Bedor Phillips. Somebody's grandma.
Yeah, someone's grandma.
Hey! Oh, yeah. Can you confirm?
Confirm.
This is the first answer.
Confirmed. Yep.
Confirm it on lips. Yay! Shout out to you, OG Smoke 680.
Smoke.
Hey man, we're gonna hit you on the side after the show so we can get your deep.
Yep.
We got some good things coming your way, all right? If you've been tuned in, we're trying to send out these customized ones. Right? It's good for Rock Island, or maybe if you're on your side of town when they apparently the Virginia is the place to be to go to the beach. Is that true? Like in your area?
Yeah. I think it's pretty close. It's in drivable distance. Yeah.
Okay. Where do you go for some fun in the sun?
Oh, I stay in my studio and draw.
Hey man, that's how you get that grind on.
For real.
Since we moved up here to NorCal, the ocean is definitely not accessible. But I am thankful that we do have a couple of little river streams that we can dip our toes in every now and then. But man, there ain't nothing like salt water. We go straight in.
I'm a saltwater baby.
Yeah.
Extra hard when you're in the river. We gotta plan for it.
Yeah, that's all that's around here is like lakes and ponds and rivers.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Hit up the Ohio River or something. Ohio River, does it go that way? Oh, you been out too, right? You was out that way in Kentucky. You did say.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. That's
Ohio. All the way down.
So is there any anybody who's tuning in or might tune in later on who's interested in really taking their art to the next level, because there's also a lot of dope young artists, young Palawan artists too, that are not just on island but they're stateside as well, and we've been following them on Instagram,
especially stateside.
Shout out to Sweet Cakes Lettering. We'd like to link up with you, but she's also I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'll reach out. But, they're doing digital lettering as well, and I seen them. They tuned into one of our episodes and then did a lettering for one of the isms that
awesome
dropped. Yes. So,
yeah, that's my cousin.
Can you share with us?
Oh yeah.
One more time for anybody who didn't hear that. Fog and creativity.
Oh yeah, oh gosh, I already forgot. Was it like?
Did you say
oh my god, we got to
wading
through the fog of creativity to find clarity.
Wade through the fog of creativity.
To find clarity.
So
basically, you just got to keep moving forward. You'll make it through the mist.
Love
just keep pushing through.
You can't make it through if you stand still. So you just got to keep moving.
I'm glad you said it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I have to remind myself at times, because sometimes I let myself stay back, and then it's twice as hard. You got to work to break through that wall now.
Yeah, keep moving forward. Your momentum keeps going. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, wading through the fog of creativity to find clarity. Yes. Thank you, OG Smoke.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes, thank you, OG Snow. Thank you for tuning in. And after the show, we're definitely going to reach out to you so we can get your information and send you some goodies.
Stickers with it too.
Yes. And can you just drop your social media and your contacts one more time? And if you want to shout out your family, friends, networks, you can shout them out over here right now. Just let people know who you're working with on that side of the States.
Yeah, so my Instagram is jerryfish103, and you can find me on Facebook. My name on Facebook is Jerry Peely, Pili, and my website's jerryfish.net, and you can email me through the website. My email's on my about contact page. And shout out to my mom and dad who are not on I don't think my mom may be here. I don't know because she's just new on Facebook. But
hey, shout
love
out
mom.
They might tune in after.
Yeah, yes. Shout out to mom. She's now on Facebook, so she may see a recording of this. And my sisters, like Malia and Lily, they're living. One's in Seattle and the other's in Louisiana, so we're far away from each other.
Those are far.
And my, all the cousins.
Yeah, all the shout out cousins. That's what's up, man. Thank you so much again for making time for us, especially with the time difference, and just, being down to come and give us a little bit insight about you and the artist behind the work, So dope to know that there's other Palauans out here doing things. And
doing dope things.
This is only the beginning, guys. And he is one of the sponsors. We just want to announce before we sign off tonight.
Yeah.
He's one of the sponsors for our graduate giveaway.
Yep.
All right. The graduate giveaway. You can basically submit your art piece. You can take a picture of it, send it to our 680 MBMT IG DMs.
Yes.
Graduate giveaway.
If you see that flyer, keep it out.
We've extended the deadline to June 30th. And you basically have to depict or interpret what the other means to you, okay? And it's in English that means first. Palawan's first. It's the other way. You know how Palawan is. It's backwards. Agotar other. So what does that mean to you? We should say English is backwards because actually that's the mother tongue right
Right.
We are.
Yeah. I'm so excited to see all the submissions that have come in because I already got my prize package ready. I just need to know who's gonna get it. Yeah.
Send them in.
Yes, let us know if you're interested, because what we're gonna do is June 30th. Once we close the submission, we'll be doing a live. So anybody who did submit their piece will get an opportunity to come on to the live and tell us a little bit about it, and people will be able to vote for your piece on the live in the comments. All right. Yeah, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you both.
We'll be able to link up. I think there's a couple of things going on that side of the states.
We
Independence it's in Oklahoma.
Okay, see. Okay, so if you're able to, we're having a Palau Independence Day tournament in Oklahoma. Okay, see.
Hey,
October 1st.
Okay.
So if you can.
That's 2 days before my birthday.
Hey.
Hey.
Sure, if you can make it, we'll see you there.
Yeah, sounds great.
For sure. And then if the flyer comes out, we'll definitely push that. Hey, man, one more thing. If you have anything that, as far as your next installation, or, if you're going to be doing something as far as opening your commission, your shop for commission, any kind of announcement you want us to push on social media, send it our way. And if you need a digital flyer, I got you. And we can definitely blast that on social media, because that's what we want to do. We want to stay connected and continue to support
so anything you got, just know.
And Micronesians and everybody who we're linking up with. We want to help support.
Likewise. I'm all about promoting others too. So this is it's reciprocal. It's not a one way deal. We're like, you give and we receive. So.
The show. I'm gonna read a couple of these last comments. Smoke said, "Love from Guam, brother Jerry. Love and respect for your work and pushing our culture and people forward. Lots of jokes, but you're doing big things. So props, my dude."
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Toph said, "Thank you guys for another awesome episode." And Sally said, "Damn, it's always near when I'm on deployment." Oh, you talking about the Independence Day.
Oh,
Be safe, bro. Be safe on your deployment. You know what I'm saying? That's another one.
yes.
For sure.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. And that concludes our TTalks with Jerry.
Yeah.
Hey, take care, bro. Yara school.
All right.
Shout out to your moms and pops. Honestly, we really appreciate your time, and we'll keep you posted. First of many. So, any updates you wanna share, hit us up, and we'll get back on for round 2. And I think we were also actually in talks in the DMs about all the collaborative artists that are putting out the prizes for the graduate giveaway. We're planning on putting something together where we'll come together and do a little recap, talk about it, and share what we're going to bring to the table. So, stay tuned, y'all.
Right.
We have another one for you next.
Thursday.
Next T-Talk.
Thursday. Yeah.
All right.
All
Thank you, Jerry.
right.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye. All right, fans. That was T-Talks with Peaks
Treat talks.
and B-Folk. And yes, this Thursday we have, or Friday if you're in Palau, we have a special guest, Rondi Rani, DJ Ron Dizzle. You might have heard him on KRFM 8.9 back in the day. He's now on EPFM, and he does a lot of creative projects with different people. He's a freelance as well. He's an inspiring artist to me because he's out there doing it in Palau, just like Leah Whitten. They're doing their thing on island, making it work. Making ends meet.
Shout out to everybody back home.
Yeah, shout out to all the fams. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. It's been a blessing. And yeah. Oh, OG Smoke said, burn another one.
Shout out to Luke.
Hey. Bye, Sally.
Shula, brother.
Thank you for your service. And shout out to Tabon, Alo Sulang, Jerry, for your work with the In Between Seasons. Truly appreciated. Yes. And see, that's another Palauan collab. Check them out. In Between Seasons.
Sure, grab it.
By Tabon Michael. Yeah. Bye, fams.
Deuce.